6 attack was not the Republicans nor Trump. It was the Democrats were behind it all. They're the ones that caused it all.
Do you really believe that?
I know it. There is no way that a Republican would act that way, and there is no way that Trump had anything to do with what happened on January 6th.
But what about all the Trump supporters that have been charged and indicted?
Because it's all Democratic judges and people that were on the take from the Democrats.
I think the whole reporting of it is a giant hoax. We are very peaceful people. So it was a total setup. To me, it was the FBI had set it up. I don't believe that they were Trump supporters that did that.
I really don't think Trump had much to do with it, and people that were supporters for him, some were involved, but I think they were enticed by the FBI and by undercover agents.
So, Jayar, what we've got here, I think, is basically climate denial. So they have set up multiple layers that you can hide behind. You can just say it's not happening at all. Like with climate, it's not warming. With this, no, they weren't Republicans. We're peaceful. No Republican would do this. Or for people who might have like 3 brain cells and they realize that that is a difficult position to hold, well, okay, maybe 1 or 2 were there, but it was all the FBI. And that is the role that Tucker Carlson has played. He did his stupid monologues about it, and he made his Alex Jones style propaganda documentary. And now tens of millions of Republicans just believe it and will never believe otherwise. This was a total false flag. The FBI made this thing up.
That's been the plan from the beginning when it comes to throwing different scenarios into the reality of the situation, because it'll stick with certain people in different ways. So if you have your legion of minions, and you got to tell them whatever it is, and then for Kevin it'll stick, and then for Jared maybe it won't. But you got to give Jared something else for him to stick. So just throw everything. It's Antifa first. Makes no sense, but some people hate Antifa so much that the blinders are on. Oh, Antifa, that's right, it's Antifa. Oh no, it's FBI. Okay, blinders. So the FBI blinders people, they're gonna take FBI. The Antifa blinders people, they're gonna take Antifa. The people who are, like you said, the 3%, the 3 brain cells are gonna go, okay, there was some Trump supporters there,
yeah,
but they were enticed by the FBI. They were there to see things. They just walked in and said, oh, I thought this was a tour. So anything, like the reason why you have 7 different scenarios is because you need 7 different types of idiots to buy into it in any kind of way that they can, and then go and espouse that same stuff. That lady said that we're peaceful people. We're peaceful people who, one of your representatives that you guys love, Madison Cawthorn, continues to talk about civil war and how we need to take up arms against our brothers and shed some blood. What part of peaceful is that? What part of peaceful is that? What part of peaceful is your president then saying when people were protesting violence by police officers to go in there and start cracking some skulls and take people off the streets and then start harming them? What part of peaceful is that? That's your president that you said couldn't possibly incite any kind of this violence. But he started his entire campaign with rallies where he said, get them out of here. I wish they would crack their heads like they used to back in the day and drag them out of here.
Don't be too nice.
You know how you act.
We're less than 2 weeks out from the Buffalo mass shooting, devastating shooting that left many people dead, that appears to have been motivated by a deranged conspiracy theorist who believes that white people are being replaced. Now, that theory that somebody, rich people, the elites, Jewish people, that's generally who they blame, are replacing good, strong, free-willed white people with docile black and brown people from other countries is madness. And just a few years ago, you would have had to lurk in the forums of 4chan or something like that to see that. Now you can just go on to Fox News literally any night and you will be told that this is what is going on. And thus, we cannot be that surprised when they have heard that message and they believe it. New poll shows more than 6 in 10 Donald Trump voters agree that a group of people in this country are trying to replace native-born Americans with immigrants and people of color who share their political views. That is effectively great replacement theory. Less than a quarter of Trump voters, just 22%, disagree. So some aren't sure. Do you believe that an elite cabal is importing migrants to replace you? I don't know, maybe. I have more respect for the people who are like, yes, those billionaire Jewish people are trying to replace me and my good, creamy, white-skinned family. than the people who are like, I have to think about it more, JR. But that is over 60%. That is madness.
They're not that sure if this really crosses into that. We'll have to think about it a little more, maybe do some more research to exactly understand. I think it's been said a million times, but we're talking about great replacement theories, which they're, again, going off of. It's this repurposing, again, of bigotry. You know what the biggest great replacement theory is on this continent? Is those indigenous folks that we decided to replace, kick off their lands, murder, infect with diseases, kill brutally, rape, all that stuff. So again, it goes back to that same thought when they're worried about white folks potentially being the minority. Do you know what they're gonna do to us? The things that we would do to them. It's weird. You think everybody thinks the same way that the worst people in our society think. The worst people in our society find their ways in positions of power many times and then carry out those plans. But once anyone pushes back, it's, you can't attack us. How would you know what's gonna happen if we're in the minority? You'll just live. The problem is you don't think the minority is supposed to have any kind of rights or live in an equal society. So of course you push that across the board and we're getting replaced, ignoring the irony of the replacement that has already happened.